It's me. I'm not meant for the world of technology, and I'm convinced of it. I'm supposed to be a witch in the forest with no clocks and just the woods and the sky and the stars and nothing I can break on accident. The fuck? Gek, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it so much
10 fucking months, Jesus Christ, for that Prime sub. I appreciate. I almost said I apologize you. I appreciate you.
This just in news. Oh, we watched it. It's amazing. Smoke and Witch got engaged. Thank you. I saw, and I'm so fucking excited for them. My girlfriend's cheeks are among the finest. Oh, I didn't know this one. Hold on. This is news. My girlfriend's cheeks are among the finest cake in the land besides the actual cakes she makes with the stuff she grows in her yard. And lastly, that CK is amazing. That's all for now. More for 11.
Hallelujah and hail Satan. Cheers to the bitches.
Yeah, Witch and Smoke got engaged. New Spirit Box song is fucking epic. It sent me on a tunnel of Spirit Box yesterday. A lot of things went down while I was gone that were good. Good things. I'm good. I slept in again through my fucking alarm. It's got to just be pure exhaustion. I'm not a light sleeper in the morning. Normally any sound sets me off and gets me up. Jesus Christ. I think it's got to be Burning Man exhaustion. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm dying at nighttime. I don't know. And then my computer was stuck, my gaming computer. And normally wouldn't even give a fuck, but it's Saturday. It's dreaded Saturday. It's the day that Zach does indie games and does sponsored shit all day, so we can't really watch videos because the internet gets hogged and I can't load anything. So it's normally the day I try to whip out a fun game with you guys and we play a game so we don't have to worry about it. And my gaming PC is being a piece of shit right now. What the fuck? For once, it was the gaming PC and not the other one. God damn it. It's me, right? I don't know. It was being weird yesterday. Yeah, yesterday? Wow. Yes, so dehydrated. No shit, Tony. I'm pretty sure at Burning Man, I drank at least a gallon of water a day. And on top of that, Gatorade. Like, I bought, what the fuck? Good fucking morning. Thank you for the biddies, Cocky. I have to load a bowl. I ground weed, though, so there's that.
Allow yourself.
Good fucking morning, and I hope you're doing well. So I drank, like, literally a gallon of water per day out there. And then, on top of that, drinking, like, Gatorade, like, lots of electrolytes and shit like that. Gatorade packets I was pouring into my water. What the fuck? I love that gift so much. Tony just gifted 10 subs in the chat, busting our nut to a hype train of level 3. Jesus Christ. Tony, thank you. Dave Deck, Debstep, Frisbee, Da Pink Zhang, Gru Burrito, I almost fucked that one up. Zacity, Mr. Jangles, Cloud, Chosen Sin, and Uro. Uro. Oh, you're all but wizards the highest sort to go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Fuck the gremlins. Look at this. We have witness. So when this is gone, we know the gremlins have Tammy hit. I don't know where that, I think it's because I was rewatching Parks and Rec, but we have like a poltergeist that haunts us in our Discord watch parties at nighttime. And I'm pretty sure the same poltergeist is smoking all of our ground weed. Tammy, she's a bitch. No, what is it? Gory, cuddly car. Oh my god, can I even? Oh, it's in Steam. Wait, I can load it in Steam on this computer. I was gonna say, I can't load, but you know that. No. Oh my what? Oh my what? That looks fucking amazing. That was not even on my radar, and I'm a little embarrassed. Oh, there's a demo. Maybe we should. Oh, I don't know if I could download it today. Fuck. What is it called? Gory Cuddly Carnage. I gotta look it up on Steam because it pulled up on my fucking browser. Gory, God, that's incredible. Right, if it has one horn, but then, I mean, there's rhinos, right? Yeah? Hold on. I have to find it on Steam. Gory, Cuddly Carnage. That is... Oh, no shit. The game's on sale for 20% off if anybody's looking for it. Or if anybody's looking to pick it up. It's on sale for $17, which is a pretty fucking good deal. Did you just gift me this game? I open Steam and have a bunch of notifications. Is this heroin for people with ADHD? Is that a... You did. Thank you. I will download. Let's see if we can get it before Zach hogs up my interwebs. We'll see. It doesn't look like it's a huge game. Hold on. Yeah, it's only 8 gigs. This should be fast. That looks fucking fun, and thank you for the goddamn hype train, you generous fucks. I appreciate you. I'm pretty sure you've made a hype train happen in my channel every day this week, and I don't deserve it, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. Oh, he's doing sponsor now? Okay, no shit. He's so sick. I forgot. I already forgot, which I feel bad. But no, I walked into the bedroom this morning, and he was wheeze. I could fucking hear wheeze coughing coming out of him, and I was like, I'm calling it. You're not working today. And he goes, I have a sponsored stream. He's really sick. So if you guys are watching Zach, be nice. He's got something. I don't know what it is. It sounds gross, though. His lungs sound gross. For once, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Nothing's happening. Cheers. Like my Ninja Turtle shirt, I thrifted this. This was the one I think I told you guys about. I went to the thrift store with the goal. I was like, I'm going to find a classic, original Ninja Turtles t-shirt. Found it in the children's section.
Now, I'm going to fuck you.
Oh my god, Tony.
Cock.
So I'm sure you guys know. By the way, thank you, Vex, for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure separate consent, and I fucking appreciate you. That's a lot of months.
Thank you. Cheers. I'm loading a bowl.
I forgot to tell you guys this, but this was kind of cool. So you guys, I'm sure we're all aware that the Arcane Season 2 is coming out. And they released another trailer, and it's amazing, and we're all really excited. So at Burning Man, but just like hanging out with a bunch of people, my friend Chetty comes up to me and she goes, oh my god, Katie, have you heard of a show called Arcane? Because you are such a jinx. Is that a compliment? I don't know, but I'm going to take it.
Hail Satan, motherfucker. Good morning, David.
November 2nd is when Arcane 2 comes out. I am so excited. That show is really good. Where's my bowl? I gotta clean it up. It's gross. Clean the bowl, load the bowl. Cheers the bowl. Right? I've never heard of Arcane before. I'll have to check that out. No shit. I freaked out and I was like, oh my god, I'm literally making a cosplay for Jinx right now. I told her right away. I couldn't hold it. I was like, I can't even tell you how big of a compliment that is, because I'm actually actively making a Jinx cosplay. Just for funsies, I thought she'd be easier to do than V. Cheers. I got a burp. Maybe. Burp? I don't know if that's a compliment unless she just meant it physically. See, I don't mean either. That's where I was like, physically, I'll take it. Mentally. It was a comment. I hope you answered. I'm a grown-ass woman. Why would I watch cartoons? No shit. Chetty is almost she's almost a bigger anime fan than most of y'all. Like, that comment would have made us not friends anymore, I think. She knows anime more than I do. She literally knows it like the back of her hand. Like, and I barely know anime. I'm getting into it, you know what I'm saying? It's real. No shit, Bobo. How are you, love, by the way? Good morning. I'm almost done with all the laundry. It's crazy. I've been home for almost a week, and I'm still washing laundry. It's insane. The entire 2 movies last night I was folding laundry. The entirety of it. It's insane. Oh my god, David. Okay. Oh my god, David. Is this things that you are told, like, are these? Oh, okay. She likes the Chinese cartoons. I don't mean to out David, but he's literally makes cartoons for a living. And I'm assuming these are things you've heard before, right? When trying to talk to someone about the art that is animation. Because, holy shit. Oh, David, you poor soul. I can't. Oh, you know what, Tony, how did I find that out? I knew that. So the actress that voices Jinx is the same actress that voices the main girl in the Fallout series. What is her name? Why am I'm blanking on her name in the Fallout series? Okie dokie. Oh my god, what the fuck? I blanked on her name. Anyways, same actress. Did you know she's Ella Purnell? Thank you. Did you know she's British? She does such a good American accent. I had no idea until I saw some like Instagram short or video or whatever of her walking the red carpet and talking to reporters. I was like, bitch is quite British. It's very strange. She has a great American accent. I would have never known. Really, you don't get that so much. Confusing that people want me to listen to their app ideas. Oh. You know what? David, that checks out. Dude, Squeaker was my original playa name. That was the first playa name I ever got last year was Squeaker. Because when I get excited, it goes up here. I think that's the only thing that's like jinxy that I've got going for myself also is I've got that scratch in my voice. Dude, same. What the fuck with that? Like, why would you choose to do an American? Like, I get it for Fallout, but in any other instance, why would you choose to make someone with a beautiful English accent speak with American intonation? We sound so bad. No one in the world is like, you know what I get off to? American accents. You know what's not a search on Pornhub? American accents. We sound terrible. We say things like Florida. PDO, how are you, love? Oh my god, did you see? I cannot. Who did it yesterday? Was it Pitts? There's a fruit fly in here. Yesterday, someone said I was the hoverlord of chat, and I'm keeping it. Any difference? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's probably someone fetishizing something. I don't know. Good morning. Good morning, Kel. How are you? Cute terms like twee. I know. We don't have cute terms. And like everything we say is allegedly wrong. Like if I say the word twat in front of any of my English friends, they giggle. Because it's twat. We say everything wrong. It's not. Wait, there's a no, and I don't know if I can. Wait, no. Zach's doing a sponsored thing for a few hours, so we have some leeway here before Indie Saturday starts. Jungle. No, but I played the full Jungle album when I was at Burning Man for my camp, and they fucking loved it. I'm British. Can someone fetishize me? Kozu, someone is. Do you? I mean, I know I could name 5 people on one hand right now that would suck an English dick just because of the accent. You just gotta put that shit out there. People are into it. Let's go down to the ocean, hon. Get some water. Pick some flares. We could even droll in the sand. Ah! It hurts me every way. Cheers. Where's my light? I have so many lighters around. Cheers.
Show me where you're pissed from. Show me where you're pissed from.
I don't get the wraps they put on lighters. Is it supposed to be a retro thing? Like, do people even know what that is anymore? That's a phone, in case you didn't know. Have you fuck? Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving Ace for 31 fucking months. I appreciate you. Is it? Oh, it's got to be this one. Let's go back because it's literally 2 days ago. Okay, cheers. Twat, right? But like, twat is spelt like what? So twat, what, twat, wat. Do you say wat? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Twat are you talking about? Twat? It's just confusing. But I get it, but it's confusing. I'm on your side with aluminium, though. Like, if you look at the table of elements and how everything else is spelt, it's supposed to have an eum at the end. Helium, etc., they all have the eum. And we took it, literally, if you look up the history of the pronunciation of the word aluminium, America just didn't like it. There is no other reason why we say aluminum, and I hate it. Cockney, that's what it is. No shit what Rage said. I know so many people that literally, and I mean, not even just English accents, like Zach, for instance, loves a woman with an Australian accent. People love an accent, I think, because it's different and sounds cool. To each their own. I've never had an accent fetish. I just like people that can speak. Those are my favorite. The day of the bone phone. I miss those big phones, to be honest. Yes, David, dude, those cords, honestly, I think part of the reason I didn't really realize I had such bad ADHD when I was younger was because of those phone cords, because it gave me something to do. I would literally stand by the wall where the phone was hooked up and sit there and twine that cord around my whole body, and then I would sit there and perfectly try to recoil it so it didn't have that weird flip in it. You know, the coily cords, and halfway through, inevitably, it'd be like, we went the other way. So you'd sit there and try to recoil the whole thing while you're on the phone. And now I have nothing to do with my hands, and so I do not like talking on the phone. I cannot stand being on the phone. I don't know what to do. Where's my cord? I need like a phone cord to play with. Twat, did you say? I can't hear you. I must have an ear infection. Literally. even no shit, ASL is changing their sign for phone because nobody understands the thumb and pink. Wait, this doesn't mean phone to people anymore? What do they do? Interesting. What's an Australian kiss? Does it leave you with chlamydia? Mo, right? I just like the talkers. That's basically it. Good morning, mate. I've noticed it's not too much of the language as the tone of the voice in my experience. 100%, yes. I could see that, yeah. I've never really noticed, like, an accent that I'm like, oh, yeah, but the tone of the voice with the accent can really do it. Yes. DJ, thank you. I know. It's short but great story. I went to a thrift store and literally said out loud to Zach before we went in, I'm finding a vintage Ninja Turtles shirt in there, and I did. It just happened to be in the children's section. But I still won! It's just very small on me. Me too. You got to take where your wins where you can get them, right? I love to go thrifting and find the good shit. Like every once in a while you find some good band tees or something in there. And this, I found it right away. Found it right the fuck away. And I was like, fucking A. A very attractive Irish girl said to me, it's worth it, lads. When I was climbing a mountain in Ireland last month, I felt like going back down the mountain with, oh yeah, I can see that. Irish accents are pretty nice. I cannot do an Irish accent to save myself. I work with an Indian lady who has the most sophisticated soft accent, and it's heaven to listen to. I definitely know exactly what you're talking to. It's like everything they say rolls and is so fucking soft. There's no like hard consonants in their accent. I'm trying to think. I can't think of the name of the actress, but she has this very deep voice that she talks with an Indian British accent, and I do believe she voices someone in Arcane. Do you know who I'm talking about? She's an Indian woman, she's older, and she just has this voice, like she's smoked 3 packs a day her whole life, but I don't think she has. I think she's had this voice her whole life, but it's like that English Indian accent that's so soft, and she does a lot of voice acting. She is one, her voice, I don't know. If she's in a movie, I will be like, oh, that's that woman that has the voice! I can never, I can't even say her name, but yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna look up how to say that name. I feel bad because I love her. Her voice is phenomenal. Oh, how odd. You're not finding adult-sized cartoon t-shirts. You know what? Touche. A French Kiss Down Under. God damn it, Glut. That was pretty good. I don't know, and that's why I want to look her up, because I don't want to be disrespectful. I feel like I reference this woman a lot, and I have no idea who she is. Oh, she's so elegant. Shora? Again, I do not know how I'm saying her name right. Shora Agdashlu. I'm so sorry. I love her. Was born Shora Veziri Tabar on May 11th in 1952 in Iran. She's Iranian. Tehran, Iran. In the 1970s and 18, blah, 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 blah. She just has an amazing voice. That's her. That woman. Yes, you know, Bobo, you know the exact voice. Yep, her. She just has such a unique, wonderful voice that is so identifiable. She's a goddess. And everything I think she voices someone in Arcane. if I'm not totally mistooken. Here we go. Don't. I fucking hate autoplay so much. The Expanse as well. Yes, exactly. Yep. Oh my god, the number of under twos that will put a random flat toy to their ear and pretend to talk. Oh my god, that's so funny. The new ASL sign for phone is a flat palm held with fingers pointing up by the cheek and ear. Looks like a... Oh my god. But you hold a smartphone like this. What happened? Interesting. That's a new thing I feel aged by. Europe, let us have a system divisible by 10 so even the mass averse can measure with confidence. USA, we take 3 grains of barley, rounded, or 12 poppy seeds, and of those we put 12 into the same length of King Henry's foot, and if you take 5,280 of those, you have done 1,000 ancient Roman paces, making a mile. Yes. No shit. Do you want to know something sick, Gek? So, at least for respiratory therapy, when you go take your boards, like your clinical board certified tests to get your board certified license to practice medicine, you graduate school with a degree, and then you have to go take these tests. And before you take these tests, you have to buy a program that teaches you how to pass these tests, because they fuck the numbers so hard on them that it makes it so if you use those numbers that are on these tests, you would kill people. But they do it for easy mental math. So just the best example and easiest example I usually use is, for instance, your average human being, regardless of sex, age, or weight, has between 4 and 7 liters of oxygen at any given time in their lungs. Like, that's 7 being like the maximum amount. That's a huge person. That's like a 7-foot human being, obviously, right? 4 to 7 liters. But on the state boards, the tests that prove you know what you're doing and that you can go work in a hospital, every single question will say, you administered 10 liters of oxygen to the patient. Now what?
I'm going to
And their excuse is easy mental math.
Satan's cock.
Riddle me that. So you have to take, like, the program I took was literally called Kettering, Kettering. You can go look it up. Kettering, you have to buy it, reteach yourself wrong respiratory therapy to pass your boards, and then once you're done with your boards, you have to go back to all your material from school and reteach yourself how not to kill people. Because easy mental math. Do you want to know what people are not? I'll give you one guess. Easy mental math. Do you want a nurse that's only able to divide by 10? Not me. Mandrakan, thank you so much for gifting a sub in the chat. Shredder, use a butt words at the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. And Mandrakan, thank you so much for resubbing. My body died. My brain died just then. Resubbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it wings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. And I'm gonna loot that body! That song came on in my car, and I screamed to it on my drive home. The hand represents the phone. Oh, yeah, it's time to retire, yeah? I was gonna say, most people just, I mean, if, honestly, of the youths I know, none of them are talking on the phone. No one answers their phone anymore because it's all robocalls.
Fuck you.
It's all crap calls, right?
Satan's cock.
You administer 10 liters of oxygen to a patient and then watch them float away. No shit. You pop their lungs and you get your license ripped out from between your grimy hands because you've killed somebody. And I'm sure it's across the board when it comes to medicine. It can't just be respiratory therapy that they do shit like that. It's so stupid. And it's so scary because you're just like, what if someone gets into the hospital and they get a patient they need to set up on a ventilator, and I'm the one who sets all those numbers on the ventilator. So I look at your height, and that gives me a roundabout as to what lung volume you maintain. I set that in the ventilator, and then I start watching pressures peak, and I go, okay, your lung volume isn't that big, or you've got a much bigger lung volume, and I adjust slowly. That's literally why I went to school for 9 years, is to learn how to cater this fucking life-saving machine to your syncope, your rhythms, your breathing, so it's as comfortable as possible. I've never seen anyone on 10 liters in my fucking life. I've never seen anyone on 8 liters. I don't think I've seen 7 liters. It just doesn't make sense. It's so... Anyways, listen to this person's awesome voice. I'll go on a tangent forever. This is that woman we were just talking about. I just wanted you to hear a taste of her voice because it's beautiful. That's a fucking freediver, exactly. And those people aren't in the hospital on a ventilator. They're fine. So I'm not seeing them. Oh, wrong screen. Every time. I don't know why it picks up the wrong donations. And I ended up doing somewhere upwards of like 1,500 squats in one day, and I couldn't walk for a week. It was bad. I haven't done it ever since. People love to watch you suffer. I might still owe squats at this point. I honestly don't know. It was really intense. Don't do that. I would see from a non-dancing point, I would never think anything they did was an issue. But as an artist, I assume that they see places where they would want to improve and they might call it and be like, let's start over. I would never know, though. Like, everything they do is perfect to me, you know what I'm saying? But as like artists, as dancers are, I would imagine they might, or a choreographer might call it or something. I have no idea. I have no clue, to be honest. I don't do squats as much as I should, since most of my strength movements I have to do day to day and are like the yoke walk or the farmer's walk. Yeah, those are really good workouts, though, to be honest. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's approach. It is. It's very risky. It's unhealthy. This was years ago. I was young and dumb. Mostly get the weight close to my chest or on my shoulders and walk. That's literally like, what is it called? What are they? Oh, it's the one where you deadlift and then you snatch it up and you kind of like hold it on your torso like that. And then you get a full stance on it. You can do them from the back end. What are those? I'm just blanking. What are those called? Clean and jerk, like cleans. Yeah. I mean, it's like sustaining a clean, right? Theoretically. Is that like a clean? Because you do the deadlift, you get it up and then you get straight. And then when you jump to get it here, you spread your legs. And then you kind of like, and try to get it up here. But I think it's just a clean if it's here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't done this shit in ages. It's been a long time. A clean, and then the jerk would be this, right? 15 to 35 pounds. That's insane. That's so heavy. I mean, for that long. I'm sick with my elliptical and dumbbells, right? I used to do that shit, believe it or not. I still deadlift. But I deadlift because it's easy for me. I've always been able to deadlift really heavy. Just naturally, I have a lot of lower body strength, which is like cheating. I tell you, but I lift so many weights, I forget all the names. Same, David. Same. 1,500 even just with body weight could be getting in the range where you could damage muscles enough for rhabdomyolysis. I'm bad with words. Yes. Yeah, no one should do that. I mean, I think our channel raised alone like $21,000 for charity, and that was when I did the squats. So like, I ended up okay, and St. Jude's got 21K. So it all ended up okay, but don't do that. Just don't. There's so many other cool ways to help raise money for. We just did it. We literally just raised, like, our channel, our community, our team. If you guys were here, we raised like upwards of $141,000 for charity, and no one killed themselves doing squats. Some of us did squats, but healthily and in a reasonable, mature manner, not destroying our bodies. There are ways to raise money for charity and not hurt yourself. That's not worth it. I think it was like the first charity I ever did, actually. I think it was the first like big like official charity we'd ever done on the channel. I had to do it today because my mattress came in. Oh, and since it's a king in a box, I had to carry it from the. Oh shit! Is it one of those ones that's like rolled up? Drive it inside the house because the delivery driver couldn't get it any closer. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Did I tell you guys that I went to get my oil changed right before I went to Burning Man? And I fuck you not, no one at the garage could drive a shift, like could drive a stick, could drive a clutch, a manual. No one. Like I got out of my car, went into the waiting room, got a cup of coffee, and they came in. They're like, "Oh, no one here can drive a stick. Can you come pull it into the shop for us?" Which I'm fine. I laughed. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm used to this. But also, I feel like working in a car garage shop. Maybe just no, I don't, yeah. It's one thing in every day. Like, I'm very used to this. Nobody can drive my car. It's non-jokingly theft protection in the U.S. Someone will break into your car, see a clutch, and they will not take your car because they can't drive it. It's phenomenal. I can leave my car unlocked anywhere. It's fucking great. But if I'm going to a shop where they're going to fix my car and change my oil and shit, like, I feel like you should be able to drive anything that comes through, yeah? And I mean, if anything, just 12 feet. Like these, if you've driven a newer vehicle with a clutch, they basically auto drive at this point. You come off the clutch, put it in gear, and that thing's gonna go meh by itself. But they do the work for you. It was I laughed a lot. I had a good laugh about that one. I hope they took $20 off the service. They did not. Oh, wait, you know what? They did upgrade me to fully synthetic oil and didn't charge me for it, though, which I noticed. So maybe that was it. Maybe they were embarrassed. I don't know. I laughed. I'm not offended. I'm so used to this. I'm just like, I assume at this point I'm going to do the work because no one can drive my car. Not that it's work, but you know what I mean. Starting a new D&D campaign this week. Fuck yeah. From Monday, my character backstory still isn't finished, and it's over 4,000 words. Holy shit. I mean, you can always keep working on it, though, right? Doing a Dutch angle twisting shot with a steady cam rig is literally fighting against what the rig is doing. It's fucking murder on the cameraman. I don't know what any of that is, and it sounds bad. Nobody could drive a stick, Tony. No. No, they all laughed. We all laughed. We all had a good laugh about it. It was like... It was a requirement when I got my license as a kid. My dad was like, you have to be able to drive anything, so you'll learn a stick first. And it's like riding a bike. You could just not drive a stick for a long time, and you'll still know how to drive a stick. Every clutch is different. Like, I'll get in a car with a different clutch and I'll kill it. It doesn't mean I don't know how to drive a stick. Killing a clutch does not mean you don't know how to drive a manual. They're all different. Like, I have a truck, so mine is like clutch to the ground kind of shifting. Whereas when I had my little Mazda 3, my little Mazda 3, little speedy vroom vroom car, it was like this. Ring, ding, 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 ding. It was incredible. I mean, you barely sniffed at the pedals and you shifted. So, yeah, but you still know how to drive a fucking manual. I mean, I grew up on dirt bikes and shit, too, so I guess I have a different concept of clutch, and it's just, like, in me. My many modern cars, you can go all the way through the gears without touching the gas, right? That's what I'm saying. Reverse is the only thing, I mean, every manual I've been in has a different form of reverse. Most manuals that were, like, made... 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, whatever, they'll have, like, where sixth gear would be, that will be reverse. My Jeep has a sixth gear, and so that often trips people up. It's literally, like, on the shifter knob, you have to squeeze it, and there's, like, a panel below it that clicks up into the shifter knob, and then you shift it into first, and that's reverse. So, like... I got sympathy there. That's the weirdest reverse I've ever seen in a manual before. But these are these newfangled fucking computer manuals, so maybe that's it. I've literally used sixth gear like 3 times in my entire life, and it was in Kansas all the times because that's the only place in the world flat and boring enough to go into cruise control in sixth gear and not worry about it. I learned on a Mazda Speed 3. No shit. I've had 2 Mazdas. I loved my little Mazdas. They were great. They just don't work here because of our weather's too intense. I absolutely adored my little stick shift Saturn. Yep, I had a little Saturn. My little Saturn LS stick shift was so fucking zoomy. I loved that little car. They're great. Motorbike people still are very boomerish about shifting. They're a different breed. What does that mean, boomerish about shifting? You just got to learn where the catch point is in the clutch. Once you got that, you're golden 100%. And to me, I associate it with, like, if you've ever worked in a latte stand, which I think most of us probably have worked in something like that, there's a sound that the steamer makes in the milk when it's done. There's not a timer, unless you worked at Starbucks, you might have a timer, I don't know. But if you worked in just an everyday espresso stand, it's like you fill your little thing with milk and you put it on the steamer and you turn it on full blast and you listen, and it goes from this high-pitched squeal to this, like, really low, and that's when you know it's done. That's how I feel the same about a clutch. Every clutch is a little different, and you just gotta fucking feel where the fuck that is, and then you've got it. But I would kill anybody else's clutch before I got that point. You gotta learn that. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Good morning, Drew. Oh man, Tony, my first car was a Subaru too, but I totaled it. It sucked. It was a good little car. Weird. The most I've seen reversed is beside first and requires a push down, right? I've seen that before, but this one literally, it's like my shifter knob's a perfect circle, and then there's a plate, like a circular plate under it, and you pinch it up into the shifter knob and then go into first, and that's reverse. It's weird. It's the weirdest reverse, and people have thrown my car into reverse on accident when just playing, like, squeezing the shifter knob when teaching people. Okay, so why would you I mean, I guess it's just a case of like not wanting to change up cameras then. Like if you're wearing a camera that the whole point of it is to keep you level and to keep everything still and you're trying to get it to do the opposite, my brain would be like, why wouldn't you just change to another camera? But that's probably expensive and a lot of work, right? Like gatekeeping, CK. It's dumb hipster snob shit. Driving a stick. Or oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. My family makes fun of me for my shifter. Like, they think it's the dumbest thing. They're like, I don't even know why would you want that? It's so much extra work. What else are you doing in there? I just like to be participatory in my 100-mile-an-hour tin can. I did one time foul and I regretted it every single second I had that car. So as an example, don't just stick with what you like. You know what you like. Don't make people try to convince you don't like what you like. If you're anything like me, I like my stick shift. I'm twitchy. I am spacey, and being like participatory in the act of driving makes me pay attention more, and I'm a safer driver. Versus once I'm in an automatic, I'm just like, what now? What? Bored? I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I start to space off, and it's really dangerous. Hey, long drives when you're bored and need a hand for free stuff. Cruise control, baby. My car's got cruise control. It's phenomenal. Do you guys have cruise control in the rest of the world? Genuine question, I don't know. Cruise control is basically where you can set the speed and take your feet off the pedals, and all you're doing is sitting there doing this. Cruise control. Yeah, literally stop and go traffic with a clutch is the worst thing in the entire world. That's about it. You do have, okay, yeah, cruise control. No shit. I drive with like, but like when you're driving through the middle of fuck nowhere, Wyoming on your way home from Burning Man, and it's literally a straight road for as long as you can see, and you've got cruise going at 80. I have like one foot up like this, squeeze between, and I'm like this on my steering wheel, or I've got it under me and I'm sitting on it, and I'm driving a clutch like a truck. But cruise control, like I have all the limbs available. It's amazing. Yeah, Seattle traffic with, honestly, yeah, Seattle traffic's pretty bad. I mean, anywhere in a city with a clutch sucks. When you're stop and going, especially if you're like, if you have an older clutch and it's a hilly, mountainous area, that is terrifying. But I'm here to let you know 2 facts. First off, if you have a clutch that was made after 2010, it probably has anti-rollback, and it's incredible. You can take your foot off the clutch, and you don't have to go straight into the person in front of you. Your car will not immediately start rolling just because you have a clutch. It's incredible. But also, this is news for everybody. If the person behind you on said hill is so close that you rolling back a little bumps their car, it's their fault. Period. End of story in America. Stop riding people's asses. You're a jerk. Get off my bumper. Like, there are times when I wish I didn't have anti-rollback because of you, you fuck. Stop it. But it's on them. So, roll away, motherfuckers. We got the right of way. We have no choice but to roll back a little bit before we hit the gas. It's just going to happen. Get off my ass. I've seen a guy snuggled up to his car window. No shit, when I was driving back from Burning Man, because it was like 16 hours of nothing, just, I would be like this, like laying on my steering wheel a little bit, just to stretch my back. Like I was pulling myself up on my steering wheel and doing this shit. Oh yeah, I was all over the place, but it was the only way to like keep blood flowing in my body. I'm so surprised I never killed my Mazda 3. Mazda clutches are phenomenal. I taught a lot of people how to drive a clutch on my Mazda because it was so easy. She was like a little sports car, man. Hold on, my shit just jumped. I'm aging myself and I give no, fuck it. Age is nothing. It's whatever. Brake check those motherfuckers, please don't. Right, don't brake check people, but you know what I'm saying. Don't panic that you're going to roll into a car behind you because they're too close. It's on them if you do. Because, like, anybody who knows to drive a stick, you're not going to roll back so far that it's like, oh my God, you rolled back 4 car lengths and hit somebody. You're going to roll back 2 inches. If someone's that close, that's on them. So don't ride people's asses. I loved my little Zoom Zooms too. I had 2. I had a little, it was a Mazda 3, like, the sedan. And then I had the Mazda 3 hatchback after that, both dark blue, and I loved them. Such little zoomy cars. They got like 32 miles to the gallon. They were so much fucking fun. But no shit, my first winter here in Colorado, I had my little Mazda hatchback, which is, you know, the larger one, parked out front of our house. And I woke up one morning, one delightful winter morning, and I was sitting looking out the window like, ooh, it snowed. It's so delightful. I look out the front and I don't see my car. And I'm like, oh, someone fucking stole my car. No one can drive a manual. How did you steal my car? And then Zach goes out there and reveals that, no, there was just that much snow. The snow was higher than my car. And I was like, oh, I need something else. Because I need the, like, freedom to leave at any given time. The fact that there could be a time when I'm like, sorry, the snow's 4 feet high and that's how tall my car is and I can't go anywhere was really fucking daunting. So now I have my truck and I love my truck because she can go anywhere. The worst thing on new cars is the electric handbrake. What is that? Like the e-brake? Like the on a truck? It's electric? What's that? What's that? Little trick I was taught for driving big trucks and avoiding rollback that also works with cars. You lift the clutch out slowly enough, it will start to engage forward. Once you feel that, you can let off the gas and go without having to smash the gas. That's actually phenomenal. It's a button? Wait, your e-brake's a button? I wouldn't trust that at all. Right, Adam? 100%. Yeah. Being cooped up like that and literally like, it's not just because you're kind of sad and you don't want to go into public. It's because you literally cannot. You're physically incapable. Would drive me fucking nuts. I need, like, I have to. I've never not had a car. I never lived in a place where not having a car was even feasible. It's so your e-brake is just a button, and I'm assuming it's so weird because I haven't had a little car for a while, but in my Jeep, you hear it. Like, you hear the shifts happening in the engine. It's like, burr, burr, burr. Like, it's so big. I've got it. The shifter's like up here, you know, it's one of those big truck shifters. And my e-brake is still like the press a button kind of thing. So you hear everything. So I know what you mean by no feedback. I wouldn't trust that. I'm tempted to try to fix the engine, but I never replaced an engine in a car before. YouTube videos are miraculous. I have faith in you. E-brakes can eat a dick. I hate them. That sounds weird. Yep, you pull a little electric lever and it triggers a jack screw to turn and engage the e-brake caliper, but you don't hear. I don't know if I would trust that. I'd be putting like blocks behind my back tires. Like wood blocks, like I'm 80. My 2020 Silverado has it's like next to the lights under the steering wheel and you hear a little whirring. Oh, that's precious. Just a button? I mean, I trust it, obviously, but I feel like I don't. I've never had anything that didn't have the lever. E-brake lever. That's weird. What kind of Jeep? I have a Wrangler Rubicon. Ruby is what I call her. She's my Ruby Roo. She was my dream car for my whole life. No shit, since I was like 4 years old, and my aunt took me for a ride in her Jeep Wrangler. I was like, oh my God, if I want to be a cool woman, I have to have a Jeep Wrangler. So my whole life I fantasized about it, and then I bought it with my butthole. Thank you. If I don't hear that ratchet light clicking, I don't think it's engaged. That sound. I gotta hear that, and the squeak, and like I gotta feel my bicep hurt when I put on that e-brake. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust the shit out of that at all. I hear mine. It's obvious when it engages. Okay, but yours is a button or a little lever or something. It's not the. I can either pay $6K to have someone fix it, or I can buy a used engine for $2 to $4K and tools and do it myself. So the only speed bump I could really see you running into is the hoist needed to lift an engine out of a car and then place another engine in the car. Those are pricey and pretty expensive and crazy. But if you have someone with a shop, or you know someone with a shop that will let you use some of their tools, I mean, I'm not just saying like anybody can do anything. I grew up around a lot of motorheads and people, grease monkeys, people who love to tear apart cars and put cars together. They're kind of just like a little bit of a complicated puzzle. But I've taught myself so much bullshit on YouTube. I would not hesitate to say there's probably a fucking shit ton of YouTube videos out there that could teach you how to rebuild an engine, right? An engine crane, right? But if you know someone with a shop with an engine crane, I mean, most people with an engine crane know how much those cost and what that's going to be to have one. They would probably let you use it. But that's it. I mean, seriously, I remember I had the one automatic car I ever had. It was a Pontiac something. I have no idea. It was white. It reminded me of a grandma car. I hated it so much. It had like this little fin on it, and because I was living in Washington, like the area under the fin just turned green from like mildew or something because Washington molds. I hated this car, but the transmission went out in it, or I'm pretty sure it was the transmission. This is so long ago. I had this car for a very short amount of time. And I remember looking at like what the labor would cost to fix it versus just getting rid of this shit car and saving up and buying myself something I actually wanted. And almost all the cost was coming from the labor of lifting an engine out, and just you have to like dismantle the whole. It was the block in the engine, people. The block. What is it? The block on the middle of the engine. It had like cracked. So it was the labor of pulling all that out. Like that was the major expense there. Y'all disengage the regular brake before you re-engage the e-brake when parking. So I have a manual, so I only have an e-brake. But like most people I know with an automatic, they put their car in park and then they put on the e-brake. Engine block. It's just the block, right? The engine block. It's been a long time since I've been around the monkeys, but yeah, engine blocks. That was cracked. And just like the car, I think in top condition at that time was worth like $3,500, and I think it was about $2,500 to do the labor to fix it. And I was like, fuck that. I can literally go get another car with $2,500. Fuck that shit. Car repairs can't always be done without a lot of cool tools. Like an engine hoist is one thing, but that's the huge factor. I don't know when, you might know more than me, Glut, when they started, when did cars become computers? Because that's basically where my knowledge stopped. I don't, like, my Jeep is great because it still looks like an engine, but I remember my Mazda 3, you pulled open the hood, it didn't look like an engine. There was a plate that covered the entirety of everything that you would have to unscrew 4 points and like lift it. It didn't look like an engine anymore at all to me. That's where my knowledge was like, nope, that's a computer. I don't know what to do with. That's a car computer, and I don't know what to do with that. No shit, Derp. What happened with the car was my sister and I were driving somewhere on the freeway, and all of a sudden, black smoke started billowing out of my hood of my Pontiac, the white Pontiac. So oil everywhere, and it just lit on fire inside the engine. So, and thankfully, it was before we were on this strip of freeway where there were no exits for like 10 miles. So we just drifted off the closest exit, and my car was just black smoke. It was wild. Fucking scary. Was it like in the 2000s? Yeah, probably last 15 plus years. Yeah. If it's new enough to have sensors, you'll need a diagnostic kit to make it run again after taking the engine out. At least it doesn't need a 5-hour restart like an e-truck. I'd help y'all out, but Immortan Joe has me building so many war rigs, I simply can't keep it straight in my head anymore. I understand that. It was thick. It was so scary, and it smelled so bad. I literally thought my car was going to explode because I think I was like 20 years old, so I was still under the impression that cars can explode. That's your parking brake, Glacial? It's kind of precious. You just like, boop, that little guy. I had no idea. I've never seen this before. It is kind of precious. Apparently the newest thing with those shit shows is the gas engine is dying in the dual engine ones. No shit. What? So the e-trucks, they can't go through rain. The windshield wipers can't get wet. Sand can't get on it, or dust. I saw one broken down on the playa because of dust. And now the engine just dies in the dual... Or car washes. Yep, car washes. That's the absolute, like, kryptonite to an e-truck. And it can't pull the load. We watched the bumper get torn off. It's like shitty aluminum. I don't understand the point of these. At this point, I think they've just got to... Why? Yeah, that Elon truck, I saw one on the playa, and it literally, the whole thing broke down because of dust. Dust got into it, and apparently the engine, like the fans in it or whatever, can't handle dust either. And then what I learned is that if you get a faulty on any of these things, it quite literally takes a 5-hour restart. That's not an exaggeration. It's actually 5 hours. It's crazy. Yeah, the bumpers held on by like pop can level aluminum. It ripped off the way that you rip your Amazon packages when you're pissed and you just want to get all the boxes broken down, and you're like, sure, there's a knife 5 feet away, but I'm going to use the sheer brute fortle, the strength of my arms to rip this box open because I must. That's what it looked like. It literally, the bumper was just like, bleh, bleh. It's crazy. People bought these cars to test them, and it's fucking wild. Nope, don't be muted. You bastard. I wouldn't get in his space rockets. Aluminium. Wait, that's not just a fail. He heard a thunk, it fell out. I don't understand. That's not just a failure. Like, when your vagina prolapses, you're not just like, oh, my vagina failed. You're like, something fell out. Oh, I thought that's what the thunk was. Okay, hold on. I just want to hear it again. Stop it. Stop talking. Oh, heard a thunk, lost the rear motor, my brain put together. It fell out. Okay. What up, VR? How is this okay to be out there for sale? Baking soda or like a silo of rice to dry your car out, but also dry stuff hurts it too. They're literally comical at this point. No, I agree. It's I mean, it's comical. And I like putting all, bias for the creator aside. It's just fuck ugly. I'm just being very, very frank. That is one of the most hideous fucking vehicles of any kind. I would take a Hummer over that. And Hummers scream, I'm pretentious with no life. And I just wanted to blow money on this fake military vehicle. I'd drive that in public first. That shit is so fucking ugly. I just don't understand. There's nothing. I don't know how it passed any tests. We've watched so many people do simple tests to it and it just falls apart. I don't know. I know you can't buy one in the EU because they're so unsafe and they pass nothing. They sound like a deadly weapon. They really do. But you can't use water on an electrical fire. Oh, no, you're right. So it would be baking soda or some sort of flame retardant, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure at least one person has died in one, and there's less than 4K on the road. They're so ugly. I hate them so much. I just don't. I mean, they're dangerous to the rest of us at this point. Yes, I did. So this is so, I don't know. I've just never seen it. This is an adorable handbrake. Is it the screen wasn't up. Is it though? Is it enabled? All the normal tests and then truly hardcore tried to harm the car. And before trying to harm the car, the gas pedal came off and got stuck. And it got stuck going. but it was like, no shit, he didn't get to do very many drive tests with it because at the very, very, very beginning of drive testing it, it went into a failure that needed a 5-hour reset. 5 hours? We need to take a break, actually. You're probably right. It's probably been a bit. I don't know. I'm all thrown off. It just didn't. Shut up. I just Googled. Oh my God. I just Googled, y'all. How did it pass safety tests? It just didn't do them. The vehicle has not been crash tested by the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration or Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. So, like, how is, again, I know I already said this, how is this available for human consumption? I mean, David, the jokes write themselves. It's so bad. But the car should lurch a little, right? Mine does. I mean, that or hear something. Like, all I heard was a click. I didn't hear anything engage. It squeaks. Okay, so Chesh's actually does something. Don't all modern cars have e-brakes like that, though? I have like a truck, I guess you would probably consider it in the EU. I have a Jeep Wrangler, and it's a manual, and I have like, it's a lever that you push the button with your thumb, and then you go, and pull it up, and then that's my e-brake. And every vehicle I've ever had that's been the e-brake is like a lever versus I don't know. I'm just so used to, like, I know I've engaged this e-brake and my vehicle isn't going to go rolling down a hill or something. Is this called a cable brake? That's what mine is. 5-hour footlong, no shit. Murica, seriously. How is it on the road? How does it get a license plate? I don't understand. I don't understand how that car is legal. It seems so dangerous. I have no idea. Anyways, we should probably take a break. I'll play music. And then we have Hell of a Boss. We have a new Hell of a Boss. It's Saturday afternoon cartoons. My computer froze. What are you going to do? I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll put on music. BRB. A handbrake. I mean, in the US, people call it undrivable. It's like a little piece of rod is just with us all the time. Lemons. I actually have lemons in my fridge right now. All right, should we watch this Hell of a Boss short? We're going to lose internet. I know it's going to happen. Well, you know what I mean. We're going to lose our bandwidth. Let me see. Did that game finish? Game finished. Yes. Excellent. Anyways. Where is my music coming from? Oh, give it. Give it now, so if you have it, so I can try to load it, because Zach's going to start doing indie shit soon. Yeah, he's screaming. He's going to start doing indie shit, and I'm going to lose all my bandwidth. Yep. Thank you. I wanted to reload. I want to preload it. No, it's kind of, my computer was being a fuck. My gaming computer just, like, got stuck in a weird restart mode this morning, and I didn't restart it. I have no idea what was going on. And Saturdays, I try to, like, plan to play a game or something, because it's indie Saturday for Zach, and we lose all bandwidth, and just loading YouTube videos all day is a fucking nightmare. And so when my gaming computer decided to be weird, I was like, really?
Really? That's what's gonna happen? Thank you so much. I know.
We have so many. I'm going to save the Elizabeth videos for tomorrow just because they're long and they'll take forever to buffer. But we have a lot. We have 3, I think, to watch. Question. I might have an answer. I can't guarantee. Oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, we're going to watch this first, Fiata. What is this? Should we... Is it... Oh. Should we cheers for... Oh. That's Seggsy Saturday. So fitting. Have you ever had a day where you felt off? Not mad or sad, just off. I had one like that yesterday and I can't really put it into words. Yes. I usually put it down to my body just did not create the right amount of serotonin and dopamine that day to be normal, to feel normal. But yeah, on those days, I really thrive on my routine as much as I have one. because it gives me a semblance of normalcy even when I don't feel normal or I'm not, I just feel off. I've absolutely had those days, and it's weird. I end up pacing a lot between things that I'm like, this normally gives me happy and this normally is really fun, but right now I'm not liking it. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it anyways with hopes that it makes me feel better. Yeah. I think there's even a term for it, something like an off day. Yeah, literally, I think there is. Like, yeah, I think it's pretty normal. They suck. No, I hate them. I mean, there's no excuse for them, but it's like, you know, when I first got medicated, when I first was like diagnosed with bipolar and all this shit, and I first started getting on medications, I would describe it like when I was a kid, like younger, before I knew I had any neurospiciness, every day felt like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I would literally, my eyes would open and I'd have to lay there for a good 5 minutes and just feel out who I was that day. Not decide, figure it out, because I didn't have control over that. So like every day felt like that to me, every fucking day. I just didn't feel like I was supposed to be in this skin or something. And a lot of therapy and a lot of, you know, trying different psycho drugs and whatnot for my head has definitely led to me to have a lot less of those days and feel more consistent. But they happen, man, and they fucking suck. Having the blahs, I love that. The blah, I call it the sads. It's not really like a depression. It's just the mez for some reason. All chocolate is great. Chocolate, marijuana, routine. As much as I hate routine, it definitely helps me get through those days, but they suck. You're not alone. They suck, and I feel bad you had one. Want to learn about muscle reproduction? Yeah, no apologies needed. Wait, is seafoam cum? Sick, it helps a lot, doesn't it? It feels like, I know there's a lot of people who still have a lot of stigma against weed. So when I say, like, I use weed to medicate, I don't say it lightly. It definitely puts me in a much more even-tempered space where I don't feel like I'm doing this all day. I feel that a lot. This... Holy shit! So one cum causes chain cums. Cumsies. Yes? Incredible. This is incredible. Seafoam is not cum, but it contains a lot of it. Oh my... Bukkake. Mix them! Would that be playing God if I just did a little there? I don't... Literally, it's coming into the wind and hoping for the best. The beach is just cum. I mean, I grew up in Washington on the Puget Sound, and this shot that's like, not this one. But the beach is often covered in shit that looks just like that. And we would just roll in it and make sandcastles and dig for clams in it. I thought it was sea foam. Fuck. Ing what? Like, I have pictures of my baby self squatted in this shit. In like the baby diaper swimsuit thing with my little son. I cannot. I am no more. It's sea foam, Jesus fucking cocks. Humans are the bees for clams and mussels pollinating without knowing it. I'm not. And there are droves of muscles everywhere. It was totally muscle cum, and I didn't know. Another childhood ruined by revealing they were playing in muscle cum. You know what? Honestly, it's a little prophetic for my future. Like, broadly. I've seen this. I've swam in this. I thought it was salty water. Just like really cloudy, salty water. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, there was a large portion of my youth where I was just saturated in shellfish jizz. Sea cum, if you will. Sea foam. Cum foam. I didn't know. Fiona, what a blessing. Oh. I think I need to call my mom. Oh. Right? Like, I never saw this on an East Coast beach. You're never gonna dance again. The song back is pretty choice. Holy crap. Ew, I feel like I need to run the beaches of Washington just screaming, "It's all come, children, run! Run from the jizz! Everything is coming!" Because nobody knows and they're still doing it. Holy shit. What is this? Is that a clip? What happened? Is it more just childhood done? Please minimize, you sis. Look how tiny it gets. Funny. I was baptized in muscle cum. Yeah. There's pictures of it. Where's the marine biologist going to beach to celebrate the bivalve mollusk procreating? Huh? We laugh, but it's not a joke. My mom has so many photo albums because for those that don't understand what a photo album is, you're too young, go. We don't need you here. Please run. Photo albums. We used to take photos on this little like cube and you didn't know what you were going to get until you paid a stranger to like make the photos real for you. And then like a week later you'd go pick them up at the drugstore and you'd look at all your photos. They'd come in an envelope and the good ones you'd like stick in a book. And so then you could sit years later and flip through a book of photos of your face and stuff. My mom has like tens of these. I wouldn't say 100, maybe upwards of like 35 of these photo albums. And there are entire photo albums dedicated to us days at the beach. And we are just sitting in muscle cum. If that, come, my lady. No! I don't know what to do. Should we just play a game and forget all this happened? I don't know what to do. That is... No, we're watching Hell of a Boss. That's what's happening. That's how we're forgetting about this. I forgot. I mean, Viata, no shit. It's any child raised in the Pacific Northwest. We all sat in it. It's the beach. The whole beach is covered in this foamy shit. All the time. And parents are just like picnicking in it and squatting their moist little sticky babies in it. Like, ooh, they love the foam. We used to draw pictures in the foam. Look, Mom, I draw you and Dad in the cummy beach. Oh my God. Yeah, but it's not as constant. I mean, I have yet to come across what I would categorize as a fish shit in the water. Yet. They're not like... Which one? The sperm? The fucking Katie bathed in this clip? Which one? It's a cummy family vacation. Yee! We call it snow. But did you know what it was? Because we called it foam and did not know what it was. And every once in a while I'd question it and be like, you know what? Google doesn't exist yet, so I can't Google things on my parents' phone in their pocket that also doesn't exist yet. So I was just like, yay, foam! It was cum.
It was calm. Yeah. Thank you. This is the clip of me, if that was what you wanted. You know what, Cocky? I said this.
Same. It's mildly prophetic for my adult life in that I do like to guzzle a fair amount, but not of shellfish. You know? Dude, no shit, Kendo. Did you know that the largest penis to body ratio of the animal kingdom is the mussel? Its dick can be like 3 meters long, and it literally just like throws its enormous dick out of its tiny little muscle body and inseminates anything it touches. I don't know what's worse. Coming into like, what if as a fertile female I went outside and the wind could impregnate me because someone just came into it? And because one person came into it, every single penis haver in the vicinity was like, yep. Yep. And I went outside to go gardening and suddenly I'm pregnant with 9 people's babies. Like, I can't even, or I'm out gardening and suddenly a dick's like, ah! Ah! And I'm pregnant. The animal kingdom is fucking wild. What's worse? I don't know. Hello, Safi, my love. How are you? Sunk by spunk, can you imagine? Oh my God, David, no. But can you... Life is all about fucking. It really... I mean, life will find a way, right? Whether it's a scary muscle dick or something else. You make it sound like it was absolutely for sure cum and not like it might possibly have been. I mean... What else was it? I've never seen... Saf, did you get to this is for Saf. Saf, did you know that this was a thing? As someone who has also grown up near the sea, I feel like maybe you'll also identify with the horror that I feel watching this, knowing that definitely at 1, 2, maybe hundreds of times as a child, I was sat in some form of sea foam on the beach and didn't know that this was what it was. Right! Childhood fucking ruined. You didn't know either, right? Like, we're both adults learning this, never going in the ocean again. It's everywhere. Okay, so Kendo, this is the thing, and this is just me speaking off of just what I know of science barely. So the sea is salt, right? Have you ever tried to make salt water foamy? It's really hard. You need a lot of soap because the salt, for some reason, helps break the tension, like the surface tension of the bubbles, and they can't form as well. So, like, if you put Epsom salt in your bath and then you put bubble bath, you won't get a very bubbly bath because the salt, like, breaks the surface tension. So, something in the sea has put out in one way or another a substance so fucking fatty and protein rich that it can maintain the surface tension strong enough to hold a bubble on the ocean's surface. Is it jizz? I don't know. Could be a body, but it's not water. You're ruining. We're all being ruined, right, by sea foam. I'm just now putting together that it can't be water. Water doesn't foam. Seawater definitely doesn't fucking foam. You know how much seawater I've had in my mouth? The more you know. Help! Okay, so cartoons, I don't know what to do. I don't know if this a while. Yep, the penguins, yep. I just had to go for it in a little bit. It's a really good show, though. If you've never seen Hell of a Boss, that's all on YouTube. Has Been Hotel. I think the first episode's on YouTube, right? And then the rest of it's on Prime. It's been a while. That reminds me of Scary Movie with the trimmings. Let's try this fucking game. I have to get this. The semen of the shellfish is still up. It's happening. Shoo, you're too much for me. I can't. I can't with you. It's too semeny. Mini. Only Has Been is Prime. Okay, all of Hell of Us on YouTube. Thank you. Both are rated TVMA, and now I'm worried for the future of America's children. Well, it's like. Yeah, I wouldn't. I was trying to logic it. Nah, I wouldn't. So Glut literally got me a game today to play because my computer, we can't, the videos. It takes forever to load videos when Zach does indie days. It's a new game that literally just came out. It's called Gory, Gori, Cuddly Carnage. I have my Guardian, of course, because Bark O'Clock is inevitable. Really? Both those shows? I mean, I probably shouldn't have been watching Beavis and Butthead and Daria when I was. They may or may not have formed vital parts of my personality that could have been maybe nicer today. maybe a little less shitty today. Maybe. But I don't know. Kids will always watch shit they probably shouldn't. And now it's just more accessible. I'm not excusing it, but like, was Daria rated PG? No shit. Wow. My mom, I had to sneak watching that show when I was a kid. She did not. I don't know why. I haven't watched it for a bit, but no shit. It was like password protected. And we had to like, she would always tell my little sister Sarah the password because Sarah would be like, I would never tell all my older siblings the password, and we'd get in immediately. We'd be like, Sarah, give us the fucking password. Okay. Ren and Stimpy's another one I probably shouldn't have been watching. Yeah. That I definitely watched, like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have been watching Real Sex when I was in, 6th or 7th grade, but definitely caught that on HBO late at night at my grandparents' house once in a while. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not shocked that kids got a hold of something that's kind of dirty and made them feel badass to watch, because that's definitely what I did. Right? Is it that time already? Why are you like this? Adults who watch cartoons are sick. I can't imagine what cartoons would do to a child's mind. Whatever this is, because I love cartoons, and it's all I watch. It's what I prefer. Right, Glad? There's a lot of shit I probably should. I mean, definitely. Like, that's why I hate clowns so much. Really? Ren and Stimpy is TV. That's so like year 7, so 7 years old and up. Really? I wonder what that would be rated today. Like, would it be rated differently? Because there was some those visceral, like, artistic shots of the litter box had, like, hypodermic needles and used condoms in it and shit. Oh my god. I wonder. Huh. I don't know, but would it be rated differently? Because, like, that was some fucked up, that was some fucked up shit, right? The original Ren and Stimpy series would likely be rated TV 12. Really? Damn, I don't understand ratings anymore. I am out of touch. That is what I've learned today. 1000% out of touch. The close-ups are incredible. They're the reason we all watched, right? David? No shit, even as a kid, like, the reason they were so great, I can still viscerally remember them like it was yesterday, and I haven't seen that show in ages. No shit, tens of years. I have not seen Ren and Stimpy, but those shots they were so detailed and so like a painting, like an oil painting or something. They stuck. That's the stuff we remember from that show. Not much of a difference. Violence is fine for kids. Sexual nature is adults only. That's really, maybe that's it. I'm trying to think. I guess swearing. I always thought ratings, like when it came to movies and stuff like that, it was like rated R meant it had this many fucks in it or something, you know, or if it's rated PG-13, people are always like, oh, that's the one fuck they get. I don't know why I just stuck that with it. Ren literally fucked a log with he did. With a saw firmly wedged into Stimpy's butt. It was basically a sex scene. There's a lot of gifs of that. I don't remember the show, but in the 90s, one was basically an Adult Swim cartoon and later went to normal Cartoon Network with no change. Adult Swim was pretty wild. There was some wild shit on there. Scott Wills? What's happening? Rodney!
This is quite early for you, dear. Guten Morgen. Glutens. Merry glutens to you.
Now,
Welcome, Raiders.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
53 months?
How? Sometimes it truly does get me. Cheers to that. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie. It's nice to meet you. I've known Rod for almost 5 years.
What the fuck? Welcome, Raiders. We're just realizing we're old. That's it. Like, one F-bomb is in a non-sexual manner for PG-13 or something. Who does this? Who decides on ratings? I'm genuinely curious. Hello, Nanageddon. It's wonderful to meet you. I like your name. Thank you for joining us. We're about, Glut gifted me a game we're going to try out for a couple hours. My gaming computer got weird this morning. I don't know why it got stuck in, like, an update, so I just restarted the computer and said, fuck it. But because it's, you know, Indie Saturday, we have Sexual Saturday, and I guess we get to be a kitten and slaughter unicorns? I don't know how else to put it. Hello, Lusty Bard. How are you? And that's the problem, right? They're disconnected. I think it's like a board or something. Like a board. Or like a... You know what? It's fine. I'm going to change our category and shit. Go get food, Robert, because we probably should take a quick 3-minute break just to get an ad. I almost said an egg out of the way. I'm fine. To get an ad out of the way, and then we can play a couple hours of this, because I was late today. I took my dogs walking, so we can go a little bit late today. I was under the disillusion my computer might actually do an update, not just freeze for an hour. What is it called? Gory. The ClassyKatie. Did you spell something wrong? Not that I'm aware of. No, I made a joke. No, I think a board of people is spelt exactly like a board of wood. B-O-R-E-D is the act of being bored. Right? No, you didn't. It's just one of those dumb words that you can fuck with because it's stupid in American and it is spelt exactly the same for two different things that mean nothing. I mean, literally a panel of people versus a building. Like, it's... Yeah, bored is the emotion. Yeah, no, it's just one of those. You're fine. I love Metalocalypse. Oh my god, I haven't seen Metalocalypse in ages. That used to be one of my favorites. Okay, what is chump? I googled it. Definition. Not a chump. A chump. Don't correct me. Oh! It's either a strain of yeast or an abbreviation of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, or queer, intersex. So to chump my rump is like one of those. So... You know what? It's fine. It's whatever. I got nothing. That's it. We got nothing out of that. I was useless. It's fine. Moving chat so I can see you. And never apologize, David. The fact that you know more than one language makes you infinitesimally better than I could ever even dream of being. Is this gonna work? Oh, I have to do... Let me pull up sound settings because we're gonna have to route that audio. Don't be a chump. I'm gonna make a new... Nope. Someone's gonna hear me say that and be like, Katie, why are you talking about yeasty lesbians? And I'll be like, what? Ignore me. I am fine. No shit, we have been consistently 7 p.m. every night for how long now? Like months. It's pretty impressive. Movie night at night times. Like, we are indecisive as fuck, and sometimes we sit around for 15 minutes, like, arguing over what the wheel has wheeled for us. But fucking consistent. I'm just rerouting. This. And plugging in my fucking... I don't know what happened. We hard closed. Okay. Sure. Scary times that was just then. Sick. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It's pretty damn late. I started pretty late though, so honestly, it's fair. We will be back tomorrow. We will be playing more of this game. This game's phenomenal. Probably start the day with a charismatic voice because we have like 3 to get through, so I figure 1 a day is enough. That we don't get sick of it. But what a fucking fun game. Gory, cuddly carnage. It's 20% off. And pretty fucking fun. This is going to be hard not to play off, like, on my own time, you know? Yeah, it's going to be one of those where I'm going to be thinking about it a lot. Like, Monday's going to be hard to get through. But in a good way. Thank you for the game, and thank you guys for hanging out with me today. So, like, tentative plan for the next few days. Monday is my normal day off, obviously, but I do have these little gecko babies that I'm just waiting on their hatching, which should be any time in the next couple weeks. So that there's like a Tupperware kind of enclosure behind me that will be their home. And so that's kind of like when it happens, it happens. That's what will happen that day because I have to. But other than that, play more of this game. I want to work on the Jinx cosplay. I have to, and that was part of the charity thing anyway. So I want to work on the Jinx cosplay. I have a couple things in line. That I think will be super fun. I have a million things in line. I have another game. What is it called? Knives Got Me Indica, which looks like a very creepy, like religious, creepy horror game kind of thing. Which I'm definitely into shit like that. That's absolutely at my way. There was one other thing. I thought I had a list, but maybe I don't. Nope. Okay. Well, that's it. Mermaid Tales. That's it. That's the only thing. So, like I said this so briefly earlier, and I said it the other day when we were doing Burning Man stuff. But if you weren't around, it was just super strange coincidence that a member of my. I'm literally hovering over her. How do you know these things? I literally had to look and be like, am I broadcasting this screen right now? So one of my campmates, one of the pirates, members of my camp at Burning Man, she just casually dropped that she had recently gone back from Bali learning how to like be a professional mermaid. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a random thing to do. So exciting, really cool. And I told her about our charity thing. And she's like, or no, I didn't tell her about the charity thing yet. She told me that. And I was like, why do you do this? She goes, oh, I make mermaid tails. And I actually like am paid to go to Vegas. And it's basically you're paid to be decoration. You swim as a mermaid does in a giant fish tank and you're part of the decorations for the party or whatever. And she gets paid to do this. And I was like, that's amazing. And then she dropped that she made the tails. And I was like, oh, stop it. You make the tails. This is incredible because I know two people, including myself, 3 people, including myself, who need mermaid tails. And so I have her information and I will be contacting her about these tails. It's going to be so fucking cool. But if you weren't around for our charity or if you didn't know, if you don't remember, one of the many milestones is the word I cannot for the life of me ever remember, was that myself, Smashley, and Danica Rockwood all have to hang out on a roof in a hot tub in mermaid tails. Have to. Get to. I mean, what little girl doesn't want to be a fucking mermaid? I'm sure all of us at one point in our lives have wanted to be a mermaid. I'm very excited. That's going to be fucking sick. But there's also, like, I have the Jinx cosplay, which is, I have the top part done. It's the pants and all the accessories and the guns, which I've been Pinterest, scanning? What's the word? Not scanning. I've been like browsing Pinterest for other people, what other people have done for their cosplays and kind of breaking apart the outfit and stuff like that. Because the top was the hardest part because it was sewing leather and that just takes so much time. But the bottoms shouldn't be bad. I think I'll be able to just buy spandex and dye it. And then, like, I don't know. We'll do it together. You'll learn how to make a pattern. It's going to be super awesome. Making the guns and stuff. The guns, her like shark shit, the fish, what is it? Fish bones, stuff like that. That's going to be the fun part. But in the meantime, I am going to raid my friend Bloody, one of my oldest and dearest friends. I have no idea. They're raising funds for a charity. I know that is. I think it's Direct Relief. I think that's what I saw. But in like less than an hour, we have movie night in our Discord. So every night we do this around 7 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come hang out, we hang out in there and we just put on movies in the background. I'll be folding laundry with my boy, just standing here. So feel free. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Or not. I don't fucking know. Cheers and take care of yourself. Drink water. I love you. Bye. You're the best boy. You are my bestest boy. You're just sweet all the time. Still on.